friends, it's Heather. Welcome back to Belle's Library, and I'm so excited because we're starting the tarot readathon. So tomorrow starts the first day, and I just figured it's time to bust out the tarot decks and pick my first card or two. Now, being a part of Team Swords means that I can use one book for two cards. Yeah, I was like, am I saying that right? So I'm thinking I'm gonna need to pull two cards to see if maybe I can find a book that will fit both cards and kind of use that prompt up, because I definitely want to utilize that and get some extra points that way. So that's kind of something that is to my advantage, but I only get to do it once. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna pull two cards and see how that kind of goes. And if I can't make a book work for both cards, then I'll just pick two books and we'll kind of move from there, I guess. I don't know, but we're gonna start trying to pull some cards. I thought it would be fun to pull cards and then we can vlog me reading my first book, and I can also like look into a little bit more about what the card represents. And each of the cards does have a prompt that goes with it as part of the readathon, so I have to follow the prompts that I get and pick a book from there. I am planning on trying to incorporate a lot of my Belle's Bookland books in with these prompts. I'm hoping it works out well for me. Oh, my nails kind of match my cards pretty. Oh, I like that. Anyways, so if you haven't watched my Belle's Bookland TBR game, I will definitely have it linked for you guys, because then you can kind of see some of the books that I have for the month. I have a ton, especially fantasy. We just seem to get a lot of fantasy this time around, which is fine. I enjoy fantasy. I'm good with it. But yeah, let's stop talking and let's pick a card, shall we? Okay. So I'm just going to shuffle a little. We're going to feel out these cards. All right, what card? Let's see. Oh, we had some fallout. Two fallout, actually. So let's go with these. I feel like that's always like a sign, like, not that I've been doing tarot for very long at all. It's been like a week since I got my cards or something, but I actually downloaded, I'm gonna totally get off topic here, but I downloaded a book in Libby called Everyday Tarot by Bridget something. And so I've read like the intro to that. And and it was like, okay, this is intriguing. I feel like I can learn a little bit about tarot this way. And I've been watching a few videos on YouTube about tarot, and I have a book at my library I'm gonna pick up later today about tarot. I'm enjoying kind of having my cards and learning more about them, and I feel like I could use them in an intuitive way to just kind of be more intuitive with myself in some way. I don't really see myself reading these cards for anybody else, but it seems fun to just kind of read them for myself every once in a while. And I'm just adoring it for said readathon. So I did get, this is my tarot deck that I got. It's called the Antique Anatomy Tarot, and it's got like a bunch of cards that have, some of it's like more botanical stuff, and then also there's like anatomy type card stuff. So let's see what we got, shall we? Okay, so we've got this guy here. So this is the Knight of Wands. So they call it a little something different in this deck. So they call this one the suit Rods, which it's usually called Wands otherwise. And then this one is the Knight. So it's a really pretty card. I like the brightness of the colors of the flowers there. So I'll have to look up a little more info on what that means. And then we got another Wands one. This is 7. So the 7 of Wands. And again, just, yeah, they have that really bright coloring, which I think is so pretty for summer. These actually kind of go together very nicely. So now I need to look up what prompts these go for and what book I'm going to read. Okay, so I'm back. I looked up my prompts here. Let me remember which one was which. So we have the Knight of Wands, and that one is to read a book featuring an adventure. And then the 7 of Wands, which was to read the first book in a series. when I first was like, the Seven of Wands really is going to be the first book in a series. Because I totally need to start more series. That's my first thought in my brain. But I actually do have the perfect book that will fit both these prompts. And the cover has like very similar colors in it. It has like these reds and yellows and oranges. And I'm just like, it's perfect. It's going to work great. So I'm going to be reading 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This just came out this month, I'm pretty sure, and I got it as an e-arc with NetGalley, and so I'm really excited to be getting into this one. It is following this princess. She's like the only princess of this kingdom, and she has this like forbidden magic, and usually she kind of keeps it hidden and under wraps, and then she's like at her betrothal ceremony, and she accidentally like lets it out, and her stepmother sees it, and she's like, oh dang, and she ends up like putting a curse on her because she has her own dark magic, and the stepmother's like basically turned all of her 6 brothers into cranes, and she's like, you can't tell anybody about it, and every time you speak a word, one of your brothers is gonna die. What? So yeah, that's the general synopsis of that one, and it's gonna work perfect for both of these cards, and because that's definitely like an adventure. She's got to figure out how to save her brothers and save her kingdom from the evil stepmother. And so we've just got like an adventure happening for sure. And it is the first book in a series. So it's perfect. So I will come back and talk to you guys a little bit more about what the meaning of these cards are. And then we'll also talk a little bit more once I kind of get reading as well. I am super excited. Talk to you guys soon. All right, guys. Updates for 6 Crimson Cranes for you guys. I'm about a quarter of the way into this one, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I really like the author's writing style. I feel like it's just like I can just immerse myself into it. It's really easy to just kind of be in the story, so I'm really liking that. Our main character, she can be a little bit juvenile at moments, but I feel like she has so much room for growth, and she's still so young and still learning so much. And I think it fits her personality perfectly. She is the youngest with 6 older brothers. So I think, you know, she has a little bit of that I'm the youngest, I'm the baby mentality for sure. But she's also kind of getting that thrown in her face as she now has to figure out how to save her brothers, who are all turned into cranes by their stepmother, and you know, they're all missing, and so their father has some people out trying to find everybody because they're just all gone, and he's like, what happened to all my children? And surprised to find out, like, this is very, very early in the book, so it's not a spoiler, but I did not realize there were dragons in this book. That's super fun, and for some reason, so I recently watched Raya and the Last Dragon. It's like the new Disney princessy movie or whatever. The dragon in here reminds me so much of the dragon in there. He like swims in the water, and just like I just envision him like that, like kind of longer swimming, kind of a sea dragon. He was a kind of a fun and interesting character. He introduced Shiori to kind of working on her magic a little bit more. She hasn't really developed it or known how to in the past, and kind of has been a little nervous too, because magic is really looked down upon by her father and just the whole kingdom, because he doesn't like magic. Pretty much it's just like outlawed and not really a thing. And he does not know that the stepmom has magic like she does, and you're kind of questioning if the stepmom's kind of controlling him in certain ways with her magic, and just nobody knows or realizes it. So that's been kind of interesting. But yeah, I overall am enjoying the storyline. I'm curious as to how Shiori's going to get out of this. It hasn't been too easy for her yet, so that's good. I like to have a little bit of some challenges. I think it's going to lead to some good character growth, and yeah, it's been good. Hello friends, I am back with more updates for you guys with 6 Crimson Cranes, and I also did a makeup look today to kind of go with the cover of the book. Something I'm just kind of trying out to see if you guys like it and if I like it. Just, you know, I don't know, something fun and different. So I feel like the cover has a lot of this really bright red on it and some other like kind of warmer yellows and oranges and just warmer colors. It does have like a dark blue, like she's wearing a dark blue as well, but I don't know. I was like trying to play around with maybe mixing that in here, but I just really felt like it was such a warm color. And then also the cards were like these yellows and oranges and reds and stuff. And so I just went with a very warm toned kind of look. So we've got some kind of yellows and oranges on the eyes, and I did a little bit of some gold highlight and a really bold warm red lip. So I'm about 60% into 6 Crimson Cranes at this point, and I'm really enjoying this story. Our main character, Shiori, is growing so much. I feel like she's really growing up, and she is just super strong and strong-willed, and sometimes, you know, she still kind of doesn't make always the best decisions, but she's like trying to learn from them, and sometimes just has to take a little bit of a step back to be like, okay, no, this isn't right. And she has this cute little like folded crane that she like turned alive with her magic, and oh my gosh, so cute, named Kiki, and it's like her little conscience or something, just always right there with her and really helping her, and that's been really fun. I like the dragon aspect kind of weaving in and out, but I have to say one of my favorite parts of this right now is Taken. I'm not exactly sure how to say it, but he is just the sweetest ever, and I'm just loving his character. He's so kind and generous, and he's just kind of a part of the story right now. He's not really sure what to think of Shiori, but he really helps her out quite a bit, and thinks that she's just really tenacious, and he appreciates that in her, and he's very kind, and she's staying at his castle at the moment, and he's just been way more gracious than a lot of people at this point. A lot of people have really been looking down on her and giving her a hard time, and I just have a feeling that this is like gonna backfire on them so bad. Like when she gets herself out of the situation, she's like, actually I'm the princess, so all you motherfuckers are going down now. Like I can just see this happening because they are being very unkind and awful, and ooh, there's this one girl, I don't know what's going on with her, but she is a snake, and you know it, but like there's a lot of characters who don't realize it, and Shiori definitely does, and you're just like, I do not like you. What is your deal? So haven't totally figured out what's going on with her, but yeah, not liking her at all. And so yeah, I mean, I'm getting some good emotion out of this book. It's got some good action, but like some really intriguing characters as well. And I can picture a lot of it. The atmosphere is really just beautiful. They keep talking about the castle, and then there's like these mountains in the distance, and it just sounds really, really pretty, very snowy. There's some plum trees. Like I don't know, this is the last scene that I can think of. So it's really well crafted so far, and I'm really enjoying it. I also feel like it's told in that kind of like fairy tale type way that I like. That's just a little more like, I don't know, you're being woven a story, and I just really enjoy when fantasy books are kind of written that way. So that's something that I'm also very much enjoying. So it's going really well. I cannot wait to finish this book. I might be able to finish it tonight. We'll see. I'm hoping so. I'm really hoping so. So outside of that, we haven't talked about what our cards kind of represent and mean. So I thought we would talk a little bit more about that. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Wands. In this pack, it's called Rods, but in general, they're called wands. So I figured we could talk about, in general, what the wands suit means. Each of the suits are associated with a different element, and for the wands, it is associated with fire, and it's a little bit more associated with like spirituality and intuition. I'm pretty sure like the swords one is like logic, to give you like an idea, and then I think, is it cups? That's more about like emotional, I believe. I don't know. We're talking about wands right now though. So they're associated with the fire element and kind of spirituality. It is a masculine energy. So kind of primal. There's a lot of passion and strength and determination in wand areas here. So as far as the 7 of wands go, I have a couple different sites that I looked at because I just wanted to kind of look at a couple different things. I think a lot of this is, you know, kind of up to interpretation and how you think of it in certain ways as well. So some people kind of see it in different ways. But I looked at Biddy Tarot's website, and she said the 7 of Wands is about challenge, competition, protection, and perseverance. You're defending a territory or maybe defending some kind of success that you've had, but you might be still a little unprepared for battle. You're not fully on solid ground, or you're unclear on your stance or opinion in some way. So that's kind of how she saw it. And then I also have my kitchen table tarot. So I kind of looked through in here and saw what she kind of talked about. And she said that the 7 of Wands is about taking a stand and working hard to get where you're at. And then that you probably have some others that are kind of attacking you and trying to bring you down from where you're at, and that your stance on it is a little like shaky still, and you're still like really requiring to concentrate on it to keep yourself like strong and on top and where you've worked for, kind of thing. So kind of similar ideas, but a little different. And then we have our lovely Knight of Wands. And this guy, he sounds kind of fun, actually. So he's about energy and passion and adventure, impulsiveness. He has an enthusiasm for whatever mission he's after, and he's just like ready for some action. He may not look like it in this picture, considering he's just like a school, but you know, he's ready. He's ready, guys. And that was from Biddy Tarot. And then our lovely book here says that he is confident and he is on the go. He's makes time for everyone. He's kind, compassionate, engaging. And he, in the original tarot deck, wears like armor except for over his face. So he's pretty much bulletproof and truly loves himself. And that confidence allows him to grow and move forward. So this card is kind of about you're ready to go, you're ready to grow, you're ready to do the thing and be confident in your mission and whatever you're trying to get through. So that is what we've got going on there. And I feel like, you know, Shiori's definitely going through, she's got this adventure and mission going on, and she is ready for some growth, and she's already growing, and she's really, you know, taking her mission head on to take down her stepmother. And so I feel like that card really kind of works. And she's also defending her territory. She's not on top of it yet, though, like this card kind of implies. But she's like, no, this is my kingdom, and I'm coming back for it. So, you know, watch out. So those are my little interpretations of a couple of the cards that we have going on for this. And I will come back probably after I finish this and close out this little vlog. So I figure I'm feeling like this is kind of working well. I'm going to do one book, and I'll do my card and like a makeup look, and we'll do the reading vlog piece of it, and it'll just be like each book for the tarot readathon. We'll just kind of do this, and it'll be fun. And that's kind of my plan at the moment. So stay tuned. We'll finish this out here soon, and then you can come back for the next one, and it'll be like a little mini series, and it'll be fun. Okay, talk to you soon. I finished 6 Crimson Crayons last night, and it was so good. I am so excited that I got an e-arc of that one and read it, and I really want to go back and read Elizabeth Lim's last series, Spin the Dawn. I know it's the first book. I don't know if that's the name of the series, but I just really enjoyed her writing and her storyline, and it was beautiful. I loved the kind of imagery and atmosphere going on, and it had some great characters that had a lot of different elements going into them and a lot of depth, and I felt connected to them, and the plot was intricate, but it made sense. It all worked together, even though there were so many different pieces that she just weaved in there. And the next piece, so this is a duology, so the next storyline we kind of are introduced into where it's gonna go, and I'm really excited to see how that's gonna work out. But also I'm glad that we were able to answer some stuff that kind of happened already. It wasn't just left hanging into the next one. So I always really appreciate that with series, when we kind of can semi-close out the story going on in the first book, but we're also still opening up into more that's going to happen in the next book. So yeah, but it wasn't a complete cliffhanger. But yeah, it was just, I really enjoyed it. 5 out of 5 stars for me. I am so excited that this is how we started this readathon. And just, yeah, I'm ecstatic that I found a new author that I want to read from. And it was great. So that's the end of this vlog and the start of this little mini series. I'm really excited about these. These were really fun. I feel like hopefully they'll just be kind of short, quick little videos, and I'll be able to put out maybe 4 or 5 of them or something for the readathon. And yeah, so I hope you guys catch the next one, and I will talk to you guys really soon.